So after the week 1 loss, we spent a lot of time on the practice field in preparation for week 2. Lovey's a great coach, and he didn't focus on a lot of the game film because he knew it wasn't indicative of the type of team we were. Instead, he made us focus on the small details, practicing fundamentals, and gave us a game plan to get back to the basics. We wanted to establish the ground game early, we wanted to wear down their defense, and we wanted to go for the explosive plays on third down. A lot of the explosive plays would kind of revolve around me, depending on the cornerback lineup and rotation they had. But the most important thing Lovey stressed to us is, we let our fans down week 1. They came out to our home opener, and they left disappointed. We had a unique opportunity to go to New Orleans and share that same experience with their fans, that they could come out to their home opener and leave just as disappointed as our fans did. We wanted to take advantage of that moment and capture that energy. We had the game plan in place, we had the players in place. All we had to do was just go execute it. Coach was right early on. We were trying to grind the ball out, but it got us in a 3rd and long. I go over to the flats, exploit Wilson going for the pick, and try to get out of bounds. I'll be honest, after last week's hit, I didn't want any part of Brandon Browner. But you know you've got your teammates hyped when you look on the sideline and you've got one of them running into the turf. Now as for the hit, Browner still got it on me, but I got the last laugh because we had the first down and we were moving the chains. On 3rd down, I got the call again. I run my route, I break it clean, I know I've got my man beat, and I look back. I see a wide open passing lane. I start to accelerate and I wait for the ball thinking I got my first touchdown of the season. But just like that, everything comes to a stop and Jameis is in the ground. For a minute, I'm glad I didn't start me in fantasy football because this one didn't pan out. You know, playing a team like the Saints can show you just how far you have to come as a team. They moved the ball down the field quickly and efficiently. They did the one thing we couldn't do, put points on the board. They made us watch it, and all we could do is put our helmets on and go back to work. Now, a big part of our game plan was to exploit Wilson. He's not the best defensive back, and I really felt like I'd handle him on one-on-one situations. This time he actually likes to blitz, which leaves me fairly wide open in the end zone. Of course, I know the ball's coming to me, and I go up, and right now I think to myself, why is it every time I go for a catch, I'm this high up in the air? Can't Jameis just get something now that's going to be shoulder level? I go, secure the ball. I don't even know Lewis is behind me at this point until I feel his helmet, and I know that I'm probably going to hit the ground, and I'm probably going to hit it hard. What I don't realize is I'm going to drop the ball midway through it, and Jarius Byrd is going to talk trash while I get up off the ground. It's another play that leaves me sore, but more importantly, it's another play that I can't put points on the board. Luckily, on the next play, I get a front row seat to see V-Jax settle the score. Goes up for the ball, fights for it, and drags the defender in the end zone. Most importantly, he puts points on the board and gets us in a position to tie it up before the half. Unfortunately, the Saints marched right back down the field, no pun intended, and put another 7 on the board. With 40 seconds left to go, we got the ball at the 20, and Lovie Smith challenged us to at least go put something on the board, to show an effort, and that's exactly what we did. Even though it was a long one, this 47-yarder primed us to go into halftime only down by 4 and feeling a lot better about ourselves than being down by 7. On the ride over, Lovie talked about the feeling we had after we lost our home opener. Told us that we had the opportunity to have the Saints share that same feeling. A lot of us took it to heart, but the Saints were a better team. They controlled the ball and the clock almost all the last 2 quarters. They put another field goal on the board to put us down by 7, and we used all our timeouts trying to conserve what time was left. At the end of the game, he just tried making a play that really wasn't there to be made. Donnell Ellerby came in, got a clean shot on him, and Winston didn't get back up. Now the x-rays came back negative, but coach obviously said we wouldn't know until next week his status for the game. So I guess that's just something we're going to have to wait and find out and see who's under center next week. But we do know whoever it is has got to dig us out of a hole that's now 0-2.